Students packed into Lakeshore's Blue Room on Thursday to listen to former UN legal advisor Ronald Poulton. He used the opportunity to call on Canada and the West to return to peacekeeping.
So the West is out of peacekeeping, out of that mission. And believe it, Canada is no longer a peacekeeping nation by any stretch of the imagination. We haven't been for many years. In 1991, there were some 10,000 UN peacekeeping troops worldwide. 10% of that were Canadian. That's 1,000 approximately. At this moment, there are about 100,000 troops in the field for the United Nations. It's not Iraq, it's not Afghanistan, but there's something within there in Afghanistan, but minimal. There's less than 200 Canadian troops in peacekeeping out of 100,000.
To make his point, Poulton listed the top 10 peacekeeping countries in the world.
Pakistan is number 1, Bangladesh is number 2, India, Nepal, Jordan, Uruguay, all poor countries. Italy is number 7, Ghana, Nigeria, France is number 10. France is up there because they have a French Foreign Legion, a lot of guys sitting around with nothing else to do. And a lot of the countries where war is, the French had been involved.
He told the crowd that their lifestyle is at the root of many bloody conflicts.
Something called coltan is a mineral that's mined in a lot of places. The biggest operations aren't in the Congo right now, but the biggest sources of it are in the Congo. They're coming out of the Congo somehow. They're entering Europe some way, and they're coming to North America. And they're entering these and laptop computers and all kinds of devices that we use. And who's taking them? Rebel groups, slaves, groups that are committing mass human rights violations, mass killings. A UN report a few years ago found that most of the present day fighting in the Congo is about this. It's about this mineral that goes into these phones. The Europeans are calling them blood cell phones now.
While answering questions from the crowd, Poulton said a UN standing army is the solution to many problems.
So if we've got this standing UN force that understands the politics, understands how to go enter into a territory, but still can fight it out if they have to, with great support, helicopters and all that kind of stuff, they can hit a moment in history and change it. And that's what Romeo Dallaire talked about. He said at that moment in history, if I had 5,000 combat soldiers hitting the ground, we could have stopped it. It doesn't take that much sometimes. So we're talking about this robust force, aggressive force, but very well trained and ready to go at a moment's notice.
The speech was full of both hope and despair, but his message was clear. For hope to become more prevalent than despair, Canada and the rest of the Western world needs to step up. For Humber News, I'm Mike Rain.